Hey, this is Cedric from Vertex Marketing Agency, and today I have a different type of video for you guys. I've made a clone of myself, and in this video, I'll actually be interviewing my clone.
Guys, this wasn't me. Well, actually, I hope you were able to tell that this wasn't me, but it's still pretty close. So what I did is I made a clone of myself, and what we're gonna do in this video is I'm gonna be asking some of the questions that you guys leave in the comment section on our YouTube videos to my clone, and we're gonna see what kind of responses we get. Before we get into the interview, I just want to take a bit of a moment to talk about how I was actually able to clone myself. So the first step to clone myself was to clone my voice, because I wanted my clone to have my voice, or a voice really similar to mine. So what I did is I went on a YouTube channel and I downloaded a bunch of my YouTube videos. I mean, I have like hours and hours of content on our YouTube. So I was able to use that, put into a model, and with AI, it was training with my voice. And then it was actually able to predict how I would talk if you were to type a specific sentence. So I actually did that for a full day. So I just uploaded a bunch of my YouTube videos, and I noticed that whenever I'd put an input in the software, the output was starting to really sound like my voice. But then after doing that for another day, just giving it more data, then the output was like, I was like pretty amazed, like whatever I would type, the output would sound like my voice. So then I was like, perfect, I cloned my voice. Now the second step was I didn't want to be the one typing, right? Because cloning yourself is cool, but it's not that cool if your clone doesn't have a mind of its own, right? So, I mean, ChatGPT is really, really popular right now. So I already had an OpenAI account. People are really familiar with ChatGPT, but ChatGPT is actually GTP3, and they have an open API, so you can actually use that for, your own software. So what I did is I use an API, and you can also fine tune it. So GTP3 knows a lot about everything, but you can fine tuning, because it might not know specific things about Facebook ads, or it might not know specific things about you, right? Or about your company. So that's why you have the option to fine tune it. So I played with all that, and I was able to create the brain with GTP3. And now for my face and my lips and my eyes, I basically just use lip sync, which is basically AI that goes and predicts your lip movement, eye movement, and head movement when you're uploading an audio, right? So after learning a little bit on how you move and I guess what your facial features look like, AI can predict what it would look like if you were to talk. So in a nutshell, that's actually how I was able to clone myself. But now let's get into the fun part. Let's actually get started with the interview. So let's start with the first question. So what's the difference between Facebook's Advantage campaign budget optimization, and ad set budget optimization?
The Facebook ad campaign budget and Facebook ad set budget are two different budgeting options in Facebook advertising. Campaign budget optimization is a budgeting option at the campaign level, which allows Facebook to automatically distribute the budget to ad sets within the campaign based on their performance, with the goal of maximizing the campaign's performance. Ad set budget optimization, on the other hand, is a budgeting option at the ad set level, which allows you to set a specific budget for each ad set within a campaign.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good description. We'll take it. That's pretty surprising that it has such a good definition of CBO versus ABO. But let's actually move on to the second question. So with Facebook advertising, what typically performs best? Images or videos?
The best choice between images and videos in Facebook advertising will depend on the specific advertising objective, target audience, and the type of message you want to communicate. It is often helpful to test both image and video ads to determine which format performs best for a particular campaign.
Yeah, no, totally right. I agree with that answer. Let's maybe go into something a little bit more technical. So then the third question I would have for you is, what's the default Facebook attribution window?
The default Facebook attribution window is 28 days click and 1 day view. This means that Facebook will attribute conversions to an ad if they occur within 28 days of someone clicking on the ad and within 1 day of someone viewing the ad.
Okay, so for anyone that is listening right now, that's actually not correct. So the attribution window is not 28-day click and 7-day view. That it used to be like that. That was actually like before iOS 14. Now, if you remember when I explained how I was able to set up my clone, so the way that the brain works is it's using GTP3, and although there was some fine tuning done, I didn't have the chance to fully fine tune it with everything that I know. So the attribution window is actually wrong. It's actually 1 day view, 7-day click. But the reason it said 28-day click and 7-day view is actually because GTP3 GPT-3 was trained with data, and I think they kind of like stopped training it, I believe, in 2021. And in 2021, I believe that the attribution window was still a 28-day click and 7-day view. So that's why it probably read a bunch of Facebook articles and maybe other articles on the web and then assumed that that was still the attribution window. That's interesting to note because I think it kind of shows us the limitation of a clone or ChatGPT, right? Or GPT-3. Now let's go into another question. So what does UGC stand for?
UGC stands for user-generated content. User-generated content refers to any type of content that is created by users rather than by brands or organizations. This can include things like reviews, comments, photos, videos, and other forms of media that are created and shared by individuals. User-generated content is often seen as more trustworthy and credible than content created by brands or organizations, as it is less likely to be perceived as biased or promotional. This is why many businesses and organizations encourage users to generate and share content related to their products or services as a way to build brand awareness and drive engagement.
Yeah, again, really good answer. And it's interesting how I'm not asking them, or I'm not asking myself to explain what UGC is and also give a definition why should companies be using it. It's funny, it decides to not just explain, hey, UGC stands for user generated content, but also gives me a background of what it is and why should companies want to implement a UGC style creative in their ad account. So again, really good answer. Now we're going to go into more of a technical question. So what are all the available Facebook ad placements?
The following are the main Facebook ad placements: Facebook feed, the main news feed on Facebook where users can see updates from their friends, family, and pages they follow. Right column, the smaller column to the right of the Facebook feed where ads are displayed. Stories, the full screen, visually rich format that appears at the top of the Facebook app. Instant articles, full screen articles within Facebook that load quickly and provide an immersive reading experience. In-stream video, video ads that appear in between video content in Facebook's in-stream video player. Facebook Marketplace, a marketplace where users can buy and sell items within the Facebook community. Facebook Watch, a video platform where users can discover and watch new shows, live events, and original content. Instagram Feed, the main news feed on Instagram where users can see updates from the accounts they follow. Instagram Stories, a full screen, visually rich format that appears at the top of the Instagram app. Instagram Explore, a section of the Instagram app where users can discover new content and accounts. Audience Network, a network of third-party apps and websites outside of Facebook where ads can be shown. Stories on Audience Network, full screen, visually rich ads that appear in between stories in third-party apps and websites on the Audience Network. Note that not all ad placements may be available for every business or campaign, as availability can vary based on a number of factors such as ad format, target audience, and advertising objective.
Well, thank you, Cedric 2.0. That was a really, really long answer. I guess I got what I asked for. Okay, so now that you know all the different placements, we've established that. Do you know which Facebook ad placement typically gets the most results if you're using, let's say, a conversion campaign objective? So basically, you're optimizing for sales.
For a conversion campaign that is optimizing for sales, Facebook feed and stories placements typically tend to perform well. These placements have high visibility and can drive a high level of engagement, which can result in more conversions. Additionally, these placements are well suited for showcasing products and services in a visually appealing way, which can be especially effective for driving sales. It's important to note that the best placement for a particular campaign will depend on a number of factors, including the target audience, the type of product or service being sold, and the overall advertising objective. It may be beneficial to test different placements and compare the results to determine the best placement for a particular campaign.
Again, I like how it doesn't just answer the question. It also says, well, you should try testing it, So it's not, basically it's saying, hey, it's not black and white and you should test it, but here's what usually performs best. So another good answer. Now, let me ask you this question. Do you agree with me that in Facebook Ads Manager, you can see all your leads' contact information?
If you have set up a lead generation ad campaign and the leads are being captured through a lead form, you can view the lead information in the Ads Manager and download the information as a CSV file for further analysis or use. However, if you are using other types of Facebook ads, such as conversions ads, product catalog sales ads, or traffic ads, you may not have access to lead information in the same way.
Okay. Yeah, That was a good point. I was asking more the question in terms of like an ads manager, if you can see the contact information, because really you can't. I wish you could. But yes, if you're using lead generation campaign, yeah, you can just download that. It's funny how my clone basically said yes for lead generation, but then answered my question before ending the sentence or their point. They're saying, hey, you can't actually view contact information for a regular conversion campaign. So what objective should I use for my Facebook ad campaign if I'm looking to get sales on my websites? What do you recommend?
If you're looking to drive sales on your website, the most appropriate objective for your Facebook ad campaign would be the conversion objective. The conversion objective is designed to optimize your ads to drive actions that are valuable to your business, such as making a purchase or signing up for a service. When you choose the conversion objective, Facebook's algorithms will optimize your ads to reach the people who are most likely to take the desired action, such as making a purchase on your website. You can also set up conversion tracking on your website to measure the results of your ad campaign and see how many sales are being generated as a result of your ads.
No, definitely the conversion objective is the best objective, and then you can set up your tracking. And I mean, if you're a subscriber to the channel, you know I have a bunch of videos on the channel showing you how to set up the tracking. But again, another great answer. I fully agree. I mean, so far my clone has given me all the right answers except for the attribution question, which I believe that was a bit of a trick question on my end. Let's move on. I still have about 2 more questions to ask my clone. So the next question is, what are the most important elements to have in a good Facebook ad video?
Here are some of the most important elements to have in a good Facebook ad video. Clear and concise message. The video should have a clear and concise message that is easy for the audience to understand. This can help to quickly grab their attention and keep them engaged. Relevance to target audience. The video should be relevant to the target audience and address their specific needs or pain points. This can help to increase the chances of them engaging with the ad. Strong visuals. The visuals in the video should be strong, eye-catching, and high quality. This can help to keep the audience engaged and increase the chances of them remembering the ad. Attention-grabbing hook. The video should have an attention-grabbing hook that draws the audience in and keeps them interested. This can be a headline, question, or statement that is relevant to the target audience. Emotional appeal. A good Facebook ad video should have an emotional appeal that resonates with the audience. This can help to create a deeper connection with the audience and increase the chances of them taking action. Call to action. The video should have a clear and specific call to action that tells the audience what they should do next. This can be to visit a website, make a purchase, or sign up for a service, among others. Adequate length. The length of the video should be appropriate for the message being conveyed. A video that is too long can lose the audience's attention, while a video that is too short may not provide enough information. By incorporating these elements into your Facebook ad video, you can increase the chances of getting good results and reaching your advertising goals.
Good answer. Again, good long answer. I wonder if it could actually just give me like a shorter answer. Maybe I would need to ask it in my question. Hey, Cedric 2.0, answer this question, but in only I don't know, 50 words instead of 2 paragraphs. But that's good. Let's move on to a question about iOS 14. So what effects did Apple's iOS 14 update have on Facebook advertising?
This change impacted Facebook's ability to collect and use data for targeted advertising, as the company heavily relies on data collected through its tracking pixels to serve targeted ads. As a result, many advertisers have seen a decrease in the performance of their Facebook ad campaigns, including lower conversion rates and higher costs per conversion.
No, totally. Yeah, I mean, we're seeing that across the board. So again, interesting that it doesn't really understand the attribution, but it does understand that iOS 14, has negatively impacted a lot of businesses. But yeah, no, really good answer. So we're going to finish off with the last question, and it's, if you could give any advice to someone that is just getting started with Facebook ads, what would it be?
Start by researching your target audience and defining your goals for your ad campaign. Choose the right ad format that aligns with your marketing objective and target audience. Use clear and attention-grabbing visuals and messaging to effectively communicate your value proposition. Set a realistic budget and bid for ad placements, taking into account factors such as target audience size and competition. Utilize Facebook's targeting options to reach the right people based on demographics, interests, behaviors, and more. Regularly monitor and optimize your campaigns, using metrics such as impressions, click-through rates, and conversions to guide your decisions. Experiment with different ad creatives, targeting options, and bidding strategies to continuously improve performance. Stay up to date with the latest advertising policies and best practices to ensure compliance and maximize results.
It didn't mention this, but you should also subscribe to this YouTube channel called Vertex Marketing Agency if you're just getting started with Facebook ads and you want to learn more about how to advertise on the platform. Yeah, guys, that is it for this interview part. I'm just going to move on to the next section of the video now. But thanks a lot, Cedric 2.0. That is it for the interview. So guys, what did you think about the interview? Let me know in the comment section. And if you like this kind of content and you would want me to do more interviews like that, put your questions in the comment section. So let me know what you think about the interview, but then also tell me, like, ask me a Facebook ad question or maybe like a Google Analytics question. And then I'm gonna put a lot of work and I'm gonna keep fine tuning this. And I really want my clone to be smarter than me. I mean, probably right now it knows more than me about, like, you know, everything because it's using GTP3, but I still know more than my clone when it comes down to Facebook ads. So I want to fine tune this, make it even better, and to the point where we can really ask any type of questions and it's just gonna shoot like golden answers. That's really my goal. One other thing I want to note is that I'm gonna be sending this to my video editor. So when my clone is talking or me and you see some animation, it's not my clone that said, hey, like, I'm also gonna show this on the screen, like I don't know, here's this picture or here's this video. We're doing this on the back end. Just want to make sure that that's clear so that you don't think that, oh crap, it answers while showing images and videos. No, that's just something that we add at the end just so that it's a little bit more visually appealing. But guys, that is it for this video. Bye for now.